back into another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for tuning in, guys. I really do appreciate it. Now, in this video, I wanted to talk about none other than the biggest elephant in the room right now. Something that we have not quite talked about this year, and it's going to be, is this coming weekend the very last game for Larry Fitzgerald, the GOAT, Larry Legend, the guy we all adore and is the face of the Arizona Cardinals organization? That's what we're going to dive into today, guys. Let's go ahead and roll that intro. Alright, guys, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to go ahead and talk about Larry Fitzgerald and his future with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, obviously, I don't have any inside information or anything like that, but I want to open up this discussion to you guys and really figure out what's Larry Fitzgerald going to do with his future. He's obviously in a one-year deal right now. I believe his last contract was somewhere around like $11 million. With this whole Larry Fitzgerald situation here, I can only see three possibilities that could happen here. One of them is going to be, the one that's going to be super sad. And that's going to be Larry Fitzgerald's going to decide to hang it up. He's no longer going to want to play football. Hopefully he stays within the Arizona Cardinal organization. So that'll give us a little happiness, but anytime we do not see Larry Fitzgerald on the field on Sundays, Mondays, Thursday, whenever there's a Cardinals game, it's going to be really weird to not see Larry Fitzgerald out there. Now, I get he's not the Larry Fitzgerald of old, our number one wide receiver, that he made spectacular plays. I get he's not that person anymore. But it gave me some sort of comfort to see him out there, to see him make a catch, to get the crowd super hyped up. So that's option number one. Larry Fitzgerald decides to hang up his cleats. That's the one I think we all pretty much dread, but that one is probably going to be the highest possibility in my opinion here. He's about 36, 37 years old. He's getting close to 38, somewhere around that age, and being a wide receiver in the NFL, eventually he's going to want to call it quits. I know we hate to say it, but it's probably going to be something he's looking into doing. Option number two, the thing I can think of is obviously he wants to play still. He thinks he's in tip-top shape and he still wants to get paid as a wide receiver. Now, whether the Arizona Cardinals and Larry Fitzgerald come to an agreement with a contract, that's a completely different story. Like I mentioned a little earlier, he's getting paid upwards of $11 million. I do want Larry Fitzgerald back, but not at that price. I would not pay Larry Fitzgerald $11 million. I get why we did it this last year. He's the heart and soul of this team, but it seems like there is a torch exchange, a different face that we're starting to go, a different direction that we're starting to go. And I think that's going to be Kyler Murray being the face of the organization from here on out. So I don't see Larry Fitzgerald getting another $11 million contract, because if he does, that's only going to hurt their organization here. That $11 million can be used for multiple different holes that we have, whether you think it's an offensive lineman, a cornerback, a middle linebacker, whatever the situation might be. I want to pay Larry Fitzgerald the most minimal we possibly can. Now, obviously, I'm not going to offer him a $1 million contract. That's crazy. That's disrespectful. I think somewhere along the lines of $6 to $7 million, maybe $5 if Larry Fitzgerald's feeling a little generous. I feel like that would be kind of cool of him, but I don't see him going for that hometown discount, especially that low. But $6 to $7, I feel like it's a fair number to really keep him in the organization as a wide receiver, being that safety blanket. I know there's a lot of people saying, hey, let's move him to the tight end role. That could be a possibility. He's a big bodied wide receiver. He can definitely go ahead and give us those ugly yards, those one or two ugly yards that we need to convert that first down. Yes, that's also a possibility too, but do I see Larry Fitzgerald going into the tight end role? Personally not. There was such a big issue going on with Bruce Arians moved him over to the slot. Now, I think he's in a different point of his career now that he probably doesn't care really that much, but the tight end position, he's going to have to focus on blocking a lot more, like on the line, and I don't think he's going to want to do that. And I guess my third and final option is kind of a little bit what I said in the first option here, him not signing with the Arizona Cardinals team, but stays in the Cardinals organization. So something like a scout, like Adrian Wilson is, maybe being a director of like players, scouting department, something along those lines, because I can see the Arizona Cardinals go for the Super Bowl probably in the next 2 to 3 years. And I do want Larry Fitzgerald to get a ring. And that probably might be his best bet in getting a ring. Now, I know there's a lot of people saying like, hey, we're going to hit playoffs. He's going to motivate him to come back next year, which is all cool and gravy. I am all up on board with getting Larry Fitzgerald back, but it's got to be at the right price. I cannot see us spending another $11 million another year for Larry Fitzgerald. The production isn't there for me to justify saying $11 million is what we're going to give to you, Larry. I would say 6 to 7, like I said a little earlier. Now, whether he thinks that's acceptable or not, that's definitely something that him and the GM or, Michael Bidwell could talk about at that point. But I can see another $5 to $6 million be used to start building in this team, bringing in that talent in free agency. But I think most important here is that we need to start hitting on these first round picks, second round picks, because that is crucial to our development of our young team right now. If we're constantly missing on our first round picks, we're not really going to go anywhere. Now, thankfully, we had Kyler. Thankfully, we have Isaiah Simmons. We don't really know what he is right now, but he's looking like he's trending in the right direction as long as he is getting the reps that, he deserves to get. But we'll see exactly what happens with Larry Fitzgerald, guys. I didn't even think about this. Everybody was, so concerned with the playoffs and all this big hoopla that's going on right now that we all kind of forgot to ask to ourselves, is this Larry Fitzgerald's last game as an Arizona Cardinals this coming Sunday against the Rams? Guys, let that sink in for a little bit here. It got me really sad to think about it here a little earlier, guys. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What options would you go ahead and give Larry Fitzgerald? That's all I got for this episode. Thank you so very much for watching, and I am out. Thank you so much.